Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Kathaar here, and things are looking a little different. No, archaeology is not in the game yet, sadly, but my UI is looking a little more advanced. And for those of you who've been following me since the beginning of this journey, my UI has always been really simple and really clean, mainly to limit the amount of confusion. But I also didn't need it to be any more complicated than that. Well, today, since I've been doing a lot of combat training, and with things like Calphite Queen on the horizon, I wanted to go ahead and expand my ability bar by essentially mimicking what it looks like on my main account. So I'll go over what's changed, what I've added, so people who may not be as familiar with RuneScape 3, I know there's some old school people who watch this, and there's people I know personally who just don't play the game at all who watch this. Anyway, I have added 3 more ability bars above my base one down here, and they're mostly laid out to hold excess utility abilities like Surge, Escape, and Barge, along with a lot of defensive abilities and Constitution abilities that I wouldn't always use. This bar up here, we'll see if it ever actually gets used. I might get rid of it later because I haven't even filled up this one. Speaking of which, the gaps are mostly just stuff that I haven't needed to put on there yet, like switches and food and potions, stuff like that would usually go up there. On top of that, there's been some other things. I've broken up my ability book so that I can more quickly access any extra abilities, including mainly like skilling magic and combat magic, stuff like that. I've made the teleports tab its own separate thing. Again, that might get deleted because while it's very useful on my main account, it's not all that useful here. Prayers up here as before in their own separate little window. And this is actually something new to me. I am trying out the base version of Rune Metrics, which, if you don't know, it's essentially like Rune Light's experience counter and drop logger. And outside of that, it's really just been small stuff, tweaking keybinds and tuning everything up. Hopefully, it's not too cluttered or too busy for people so that they can still keep up with what's going on, especially when I do start getting into fighting things like the Calphite Queen and bosses, or even tougher Slayer creatures. I don't want to lose anybody. I don't want to turn anybody off because there's too much going on. It's too chaotic and they can't follow. So I want to sit and explain everything before I move forward. But speaking of moving forward, today, yeah, if you remember from last episode, we went and got ourselves this nice shiny blue armor. Well, shiny is a subjective term, but blue armor nonetheless. I would jump back into combat. Obviously, I need to bring my strength up to level 30, and of course, I still need to move forward to unlocking adamant equipment and runite equipment. But I want to make a push to not only 1,000 total level, but I really want to push for 50 Dungeoneering. So far, I've just been using the Jack of Trades order on Dungeoneering, which is pretty much a guaranteed level every day. But we do have the large experience lamp that I can get once a week from the Anima Islands. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to start off by knocking out the Jack of Trades aura, and then we're going to go ahead and hit the Anima Islands and get those 5,000 points, and by then, hopefully, reset will have happened. It's going to happen in less than 3 hours, and I'll hit the Jack of Trades aura again. I'm not expecting to get 50 out of this, but I'm expecting to get a huge bump. And I'm going to try and do that consistently. Just like the old 20 smithing grind, I'm going to try and hit that large experience lamp every week until I have 50 Dungeoneering. Alright, so first off, I'm actually going to knock out some daily challenges as part of the goal to pushing for 1,000 total level as quickly as possible. And so far, we only have 3. We have a jewelry crafting challenge, a mining challenge, and a cooking challenge. I'm going to knock out the mining challenge real quick. I just have to mine 25 ore. Now that I think about it, it probably would have been smarter to mine silver. But you know, I'll burn that bridge when I get to it. I'm already here. So I'm going to go ahead and mine up some iron and coal, I guess. I don't know. I only need 25. It doesn't really matter. Also, I'm going to for people on the opposite side of the spectrum, what I was talking about earlier in terms of people who actually can PVM and do high-end PVM, I apologize for my ability bars. They probably look absolutely asinine to you, and I'm inclined to agree, but I've pretty much got this layout memorized, and it would be dangerous for me to switch back. Was it... The challenge is already done? Was it 5? I thought it was 25. No, it was 5. Okay, yeah, let's claim that reward. And there is 60 mining. Right on. I'm going to fill out this inventory, though. I can access the mining guild. Yay. Cool. That unlocked a lot of stuff that I can't actually access. One thing I can actually access later on. In that resource dungeon, there is Dracolith. So I can mine that. It would be painfully slow to do so with a mithril pickaxe. But I can do it. I can also now use dragon pickaxes if I ever see one. Anyway, I'm going to go back to just, like, filling this box with iron and coal. And I'll get back to you. As an aside, you know, you might be asking yourself, well, why is he mining iron and coal? Well, for one, it's quicker than mining mithril, but I also need steel. I want to train up my construction at a certain point here, and, you know, making steel kitchen sinks would be pretty easy if I have a ton of steel bars. And since they're relatively easy for me to get, I might as well stock up. That was kind of the plan. Anyway, I don't know when I'm actually going to sit down and start grinding construction. Might happen this episode, might happen another episode. Who knows? We'll see. It's just planning for the future. You know, with the whole quarantine thing, plus being on a moderately populated world, plus the current yak track battle pass kind of thing causing people to run all over the place, I'm seeing a lot more people around the desert. It's really nice, and I really wish I could just find a way to tax them all for being in my home. Anyway, I went ahead and grabbed 28 silver, so I don't have to bother with that anymore. I'm going to go ahead and just, you know, net some easily cookable fish real quick so I can cook it, get the task out of the way, and move on with my life. Oh, hello. This just popped up. Yeah, sure, experience is experience. Why not? Let's do it. All right, got about a half a level rune crafting level. It wasn't there for very long. I must have missed most of it. But anyway, the cooking task is done, so I'll turn that in a minute. But first, I'm going to go ahead and make some more of those. Were they jade? It was jade, right? Yes. Jade necklaces, because they're really useful. All right, there we go. Task complete. Let's go ahead and turn both of those in for a cooking level and 2 crafting levels, 43 and 39 respectively. As for crafting, does that unlock anything useful? Studded leather, not gonna need it. Batwing shield, I don't know. Topaz bracelets, that might actually be nice. Divination urns, I'm not worried about it right now. I can now cook bass. Cool. Alright, awesome. That's another 3 levels down. Challenge is done. Let's move on to the Jack of Trades aura, which I really should have been doing this entire time. That's probably my quickest one yet. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and turn this in, and then off to the Anima Islands. Alright. Reward book. Dungeoneering. And no level this time. Alright, it's been a minute since we've been here, and it's been even longer since I decided to grind out for an experience lamp. Let's do this. Oh, and there is 49 woodcutting, 21 farming. So, since I'm on this island training hunter, it reminded me that I actually, for once, this is not something that I do very often, I've been playing the game off camera. Now, all I've really been doing was just hopping worlds looking for implings to catch, in hopes of getting a few spirit implings in, and I did manage to find, like, 3. Unfortunately, I got charms from all 3 of them, so there's nothing too terribly interesting to note. Oh, come on. Okay, there we go. Anyway, I just want to point out that I have been just catching implings on the side in hopes of finding useful items, and so far, no luck. But I might do that more often during my free time. Mainly just looking for stuff that we're gonna need moving forward. And speaking of hunter, there is 55 hunting coming through, and there is 35 dungeoneering. Whatever. There is 37 construction, talking about wanting to get construction levels out of the way. And there is 65 fire making and a whole lot of things I can't do. Use stuff. All use stuff. Nice.
22 farming.
Alrighty, 5 islands done, finally, with 22 minutes to spare before reset. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this. Please give me like a few levels, that'd be awesome. Damn, that is not a lot of experience. Okay, well, either way, that is 36 dungeoneering, an extra level out of the way. And I'm gonna grab something to eat and wait for reset and then do another Jack of Trades aura and hopefully snap out another, yeah, I'll get another dungeoneering level out of that. Alright, reset has happened, and there is a daily hunter challenge. Hell yes, I am totally going to do that one. It is definitely worth it for the experience and unlocking more and more implings to catch. Alright, first up is Jack of Trades. Already got it activated, just gonna knock it out. Task done, easy peasy. I can get these done in like 3 minutes now. It's actually ridiculous. Alrighty, let's get another Dungeoneering level out of the way. And there is 37 Dungeoneering. Just 13 grotesque levels to go. Not trying to pickpocket you. So while I'm here trying to catch these little orange devils, you know who you are, I wanted to talk about what's going to be happening moving forward in the shorter term. Obviously, the long term is to try and get Calfight Queen, and beyond that, try to kill Telos. Is the whole goal of the account. But before that, I want to gain access to Shifting Tombs, which will open up the Dungeoneering skill for me to train. Now, to do that, in a similar fashion to smithing, I need to get 50 Dungeoneering before I can actually train it. And so I'm going to be doing what you've already seen, the Jack of Trades aura, and the Anima Islands minigame every week to try and get that level up. But I also need 50 Agility, Construction, and Thieving to access Shifting Tombs. So there's going to be a push to get those up there. Obviously, these skills, I have methods of training. I can train Agility at the Agility Pyramid, even though it is an absolute nightmare. It'll get better over time. And I can train Construction through normal means, mostly steel bars, really. And I can train Thieving via the Gullible Tourist, who would be the best option in terms of rewards, as those Metaphyte gift offerings can give me some great boons to the account in the meantime. So that's going to be kind of the main focus for now until we get all 4 of those skills level 50 and open up the Shifting Tombs. Now, Shifting Tombs, more than just training Dungeoneering, also trains those other skills on top of some other ones, like runecrafting, off the top of my head. But I will also be potentially getting more Metaphyte gift offerings and even some other useful items that I won't divulge right now because I can't remember them off the top of my head. I just remember that I need them. So anyway, yes, that just about sums that up. It's short-term goals for now, and just to keep everybody in the loop, so it doesn't seem like I'm just all over the place here. There really is a method to this madness. Alrighty, there is task complete. I'll leave these nets here to either catch or fail. I don't really care. Let's go ahead and turn that in. That is 5,600. 2 levels away from our next impling. We can catch penguins. Ooh. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and move on to Thieving, actually. I'm going to go ahead and try and grind that up as close to 50 as humanly possible in one sitting. I probably get it all the way there, but that's beside the point. I'm going to be training on the Gullible Tourist, as I mentioned earlier, because those Metaphyte gift offerings are essential. They drop a lot of items that I'm just going to need at one point or another, so the sooner I start grabbing those, the better off it is for me. Okay, that didn't take very long to find. Alright, so I'm just gonna stay here until I can't take it anymore, or I get 50 Thieving. Hopefully the latter, not the former. In other news, the cash stack is looking elite. 38 Thieving, 39 Thieving, and there is 40 Thieving, and at the same time I just ran into a fan. I think that's the first time I've been recognized out in the wild like this. This is pretty cool. Must be getting somewhere. Right on, there we go. Alright, back to the grind. That was fun. And there is 41 Thieving, and I really gotta go heal up. I'm getting my ass kicked by this lady. Oh, finally, it's been like 4.5 levels. Got a gift offering. I must have just got really lucky last time, and cactus spines. Can I do anything with those? I don't think I can. Alright, moving on. And there is 42 Thieving. Oh, cool. I got an extremely rare job that has absolutely nothing to do with this account. Nice. I mean, I guess I can add it to that log I'm never going to be able to finish. Alright, second gift offering. Please, God, something good. Diamond, you know what? I'll take it. Diamond ring. A diamond ring and a kebab. Why not? What do you mean eating the kebab has damaged my fire-making stat? Oh my God, how dare you? And there is 43 Thieving. Alright, spawned a spirit impling, got another 25 pouches. I was getting a little worried about not having any more with more of those summoning challenges coming around. It looks like we're good for another 5 challenges. 44 Thieving. And there is 45 Thieving. 46 Thieving. 47 Thieving. God, this is boring. Oh, these Metaphyte gift offerings are the only things keeping my sanity here. Let me just eat some of these and open this up. Sapphire necklace. Uh-huh. Yep. And there is 48 thieving, 2 levels to go. I can't wait to be done. 49 thieving. And there it is. 50 thieving. I can now access the shifting tombs, at least 25% of them. I still need 3 other skills to be able to get in. And, yeah, this inventory here, this is all the loot from Implings and gift offerings I got. It's garbage. It's time to move on to the next skill, and the next skill is actually going to be construction. We're doing this. After thieving for hours and hours and hours, construction actually sounds like a nice change of pace, believe it or not. So, first things first, if I'm going to be doing construction, I need a lot of steel bars. So I'm going to start off by smelting all I have and see how far that takes me. Oh, wow. By a complete stroke of luck, an eclectic impling dropped me 4 oak planks. I told you earlier they were useful. I just didn't really put 2 and 2 together as to why. But, no, those are really good. I need oak planks for, crap, what do I need them for? I know I need them. I've been looking at it for the past few days. I can't remember off the top of my head. But we have our 304 steel bars. That is all the steel I have to my name so far. So we're going to go ahead and take this with me. And we're just going to do a lot of back and forth running to the house and upgrading and destroying things and getting construction experience. It's going to be a great old time. I can't wait. Why am I back here mining iron? Well, because I forgot I needed 10 iron bars to build a house portal, because I decided to try and move my house around a little bit before I got started, because, you know, aesthetics. And there's 38 smithing. Unexpected, but I'll take it. And there is 38 construction. I regret ever saying that I was excited to get to work on construction. It takes, like, 10 times longer to run back and grab more bars and get back to the house than it does to actually go through 28 of them. 39 construction. In my boredom, I might have gotten carried away with making all these rooms that I can't put anything in. That's alright. Well, to no one's surprise, I am out of steel bars, so time to go get some more. So I just went ahead and did some math, and if I'm going to do steel bars until 50 construction, I need 3,330 steel bars. That's a lot. It's a lot of steel. I'm willing to do it. It's gonna take a lot of time. That's for sure. But yeah, I can't say I'm looking forward to this. I think the gullible tourist is starting to look more and more attractive by the minute. 61 mining. 62 mining. Okay. Those of you who are more astute and have been paying attention to the in-game clock here, just underneath my minimap, know that this has, like, been several hours since my previous clip. This shit is slow. And, so I've got 872 steel bars. I'm going to take a break from mining and smithing, and I'm going to utilize this and see how much further into the 50 construction grind I can get with what I have here. Hopefully things might change a little bit, because I believe at 40 I unlock mahogany bookcases. So that'll be a nice chunk of experience. I've just got to make sure I hold on to at least 2 mahogany planks, but the rest of them I could just burn for experience. It's no big deal. Anyway, I'm going to get back to the construction grind. I've been at this, you know, pseudo construction grind all damn day at this point. It's nuts, but God, it needs to get done. As frustrating and as tedious as this is, I can't help but, you know, call myself just a little bit of a bitch in comparison when I think about, like, the amount of steel bars that Swampletics had to grind for. I mean, at least he didn't have to make them from scratch, but at the same time, he still had to get, like, what was it, like 70,000 of them, something ridiculous like that. I don't even remember. It was absurd, but You know, I'm getting away from the point here, but yeah, this is nuts. Well, there is 40 construction. I can now make a study. I can now make teak bags, mahogany bookcases. That right there. That, oh, please God, I really hope that saves me. Okay, we got a full inventory of mahogany planks here. I've got 49 of them. I've just got to remember I can only use 47. That's actually pretty good in terms of, experience. So yeah, I'm gonna burn through these. Hopefully it'll bridge the gap, because the amount of experience you get per mahogany plank is leagues beyond what you get per steel bar. Oh, okay, just one inventory, and I got 41 construction. Cool. Cool. 9 levels to go. Alright, with just 4 mahogany planks left over, 2 in the bank and then 2 in my bag here, that got me like a level and a half. Just, that's actually, God, I wish I had more of those, really, but it was actually a huge boost. I'm feeling a little less chronic depressed about this whole thing now. Chronic isn't the right word, but either way, I'm just gonna go ahead and knock out the rest of the steel bars and see where we get and go from there. And there is 42 construction, 43 construction. There's 44. Christ, this is slow. It's so slow. I just want it to be over. Surprise, surprise. Guess who's out of steel bars again? So back I go to go mine some more. And that is 63 mining. But more importantly, we have hit what is arguably the biggest milestone this account's seen so far. And that is 1,000 total level. 1,000 total level. God, that looks good. 2,021,536 experience later. More or less. You know what? I think we're going to take a break from construction for now, because there's something a little more important. For those of you who might have forgotten or never saw it, at the beginning of episode 2 of this series, I went into detail on the outlines and the goals of the account, along with the restrictions and the exceptions. One of the exceptions was that I was going to allow myself to buy the Jar of Divine Light and the Divine Coins as I reached the levels necessary to acquire them. Those items are in Edgeville, and now that I have 1,000 total level, I can get the jar and my first Divine Coin. So, for the first time in several months, we're stepping out of the desert. It's time to head to Edgeville. Alright, I bought the jar and the coin. Mr. X will hold on to the jar for me and come save me if I die, essentially. But I also have the coin hidden somewhere in my pockets. It doesn't even show up in my inventory. That I am supposed to present to whomever I meet in the afterlife to give me a second life. So, it's time to head back home. Alright, and we're back. Changing the music and then changing the lighting is a sign that we're home. And, you know, despite everything, today was a good day.